Hey guys, hello guys, hello everyone. Hey guys, hello people. Hey guys, what's up people? It's almost the golden rule. The sequel must be better than the first. It's a rule that a lot of filmmakers try to follow but rarely succeed. Did Iron Man 2 succeed or did it fall under its tyranny? Stay tuned.
I want one.
No.
Iron Man 2 picks up where the first left off, with high-tech industrialist playboy Tony Stark had just revealed to the world that he is Iron Man, which is one of the fine points that I really enjoyed about the original film for daring to be different. This film basically presents the risks and circumstances that come with being an outed superhero. Tony must deal with several subplots that tend to be one or two too many, but don't really distract from one another in my opinion. His friends moving on while he remains an arrogant child, the government being a dick as always in many basic summer blockbusters and trying to take the Iron Man suit from him, and his own personal demons, both emotional and physical. And of course, the villains. One of the things that a lot of moviegoers and fans alike feared of this film was what Spider-Man 3 suffered from: multi-villainitis. Iron Man 2 derails from that somewhat by having different levels to the villains. You got the main head villain, Whiplash, aka Ivan Vanko, who, which some of you should already know, is supposed to be Crimson Dynamo, played by Mickey Rourke. It's funny how Robert Downey Jr. and both Mickey Rourke are former drug addicts who are now Oscar-nominated comeback stars.
And now, like all guilty men, you try to rewrite your own history.
And second to that, you got Justin Hammer, who is a wannabe Tony Stark, who is more of a corporate rival than a villain. Now, not one actor by any chance in this film is bad, in any case. Robert Downey Jr. back as Tony Stark is obviously great in this film, but there were certain other scene stealers in this film, including Sam Rockwell as Hammer, whose sleazy antics and annoyance made us dislike the character, which means that he's doing a great job as an actor.
Pretty fair. You guys know each other?
Hi.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes, roughly.
we do. Roughly.
BTW, big story. The new CEO of Stark Industries.
I know.
Congratulations.
I know.
And for me, Mickey Rourke was another scene stealer as Whiplash. His portrayal of one of Iron Man's primal villain or villains is most likely going to be one of the most memorable, or at least more memorable than Ironmonger was at least. Don Cheadle replaces Terrence Howard in this sequel. Now, Cheadle was sort of a mixed bag for me. In some scenes, he was really great, and in some other scenes, he was kind of slightly campy. At least he didn't have the Brooklyn-esque accent that Howard had. That actually started to bother me halfway through the first film. Samuel L. Jackson returns as Nick Fury, or appears for the first time for some of those who missed the post-credit scenes from the first film. He was great, but at times it felt like he was just playing himself and not Nick Fury. The only performances that weren't all that special were Gwyneth Paltrow, Scarlett Johansson, and The Bird. Gwyneth Paltrow as Pepper Potts was pretty basic, nothing really special, but nothing really bad at the same time. And Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow, or at least we assume she is Black Widow since she is never actually referred to as Black Widow in this film, her performance was pretty basic as well. I mean, there was nothing really special, aside from the fact that she is absolutely gorgeous, especially in that cat suit. There's nothing really going for her, and a little depth to a character would have been nice. Frankly, reprising his role and given more screen time this time around was director himself, John Favreau, as Happy Hogan, Tony's trusty bodyguard.
Like Tybo, Booty Boot Camp, Crunch, something like that?
I really liked him and wouldn't mind seeing him in other sequels. Sure, it has its flaws, a slightly thin story, and accompanied by my own pet peeves, as well as the mixed subplots, but I thoroughly enjoyed it a lot, and overall it was a great action movie and superhero all around. I give it an 8.9 out of 10, which is a B+. It's, in my opinion, about on par with the first film, if not about 3 to 5% better. So before I wrap up this review, I'm going to go ahead and talk about a few spoilers. So if you have not seen the film, I recommend you turning this off now, and thank you guys for watching. If you have seen the film, or you just really don't care, then go ahead and stick around. Now, there were a couple things that bothered certain people about this film. One is notably the battle at the end between Whiplash, War Machine, and Iron Man. As epic as this battle was, I must admit, it felt like they replicated the battle from the first film, in which it was only like the last 10 minutes of the movie, and it just needed more screen time. Not to mention, we needed more screen time of Whiplash's actual armor. He actually developed his own armor, and it would have been nice if we just got a few more, you know, little bonuses that we got to see on screen of his newly developed suit. Just like we saw that little, you know, laser beam sword action dealio thing that Tony had with his new Mark 6 armor. Now, a lot of people were kind of bothered that Rhodey just out of nowhere puts on the Mark 2 suit and fights Tony while he's drunk. Well, ask yourself this: how are you gonna stop a drunk Tony in a titanium alloy suit? It's gonna cause damage. You're gonna need to fight fire with fire. Not to mention the drones at the end of the film that were supposedly terrorizing the whole city. Is it just me, or does it feel like the whole thing was just a bit of a practice for Iron Man? There was never at any point did it feel like he was in actual danger, and it just felt like he was just doing some sort of exercise test. And the final nitpick that I heard a lot of people had were all the nods and references to the future Marvel films, as well as the potential Avengers film in this movie. Hey, I'm a huge sucker for Easter eggs, so I love them. I really did not mind seeing them, although one certain nod did kind of bother me, and that was the Captain America's shield. I felt like it was lingering on screen a little too much, and it was a little too obvious, and it would have been better if it was shown on screen just like 1 second or 2 seconds, but they just lingered on it when Tony took it and he used it to level up his little device. Of course, nothing short of nerdgasmic was Thor's hammer at the end. After the credits, there's obviously the scene with Thor's infamous hammer being found by Agent Coulson, I think his name was. This scene gave me chills, and I'm trying to decide whether or not this is my most favorite scene out of the whole movie. The best part was when it shows the hammer, it cuts to black, and once it cuts to black, you hear a roar of thunder, and I just got chills when I heard that. So in terms of quality, like I said, this film is pretty much on par with the first film, if not just a tiny little bit better than the first film. So thanks for watching. Take care.
I am Iron Man.